interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. We're having ourselves a pretty good day today, a little bit warmer, 24 degrees. Usually we're about 10 degrees, if not more than that, colder this time of the day. At least that's the way things have been going. But right now, a little bit warmer, 24 here at Radio Center, as well as the airport, Midland, and downtown Bay City. Everybody looking at 24, east breeze at about 7. So it feels like 16, 30.21 and steady is the barometric pressure. We do have a high pressure system that's affecting our weather. That's the reason why the barometer is where it is. And that's why we're getting a little bit warmer weather right now, because that high is further south and to the east of us. So that's what's generating the warmer temperatures, along with a low pressure system that's moving through way up in Canada. It's not affecting our weather at all. It's just mostly cloudy skies, but some pretty chilly temperatures a little bit further south. And I don't just mean here in Michigan. Cold all the way down to the Gulf, as it has been for the past few days. If you haven't heard from anybody who's vacationing or visiting Florida, to know that temperatures were in the middle 30s all the way down to the Fort Myers area. Matter of fact, there were quite a few folks that had to do some scraping ice off of their windshields in the Fort Myers area over the past couple of early mornings. That's how cold it has gotten. The cold weather has been a major part of the weather scene that we have been watching for the past several days, if not weeks. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if January 2022 figures out to be one of the colder Januaries on record. I don't know if it'll be the coldest, I doubt, but very possibly the top 5 as far as cold Januaries go. What are we looking at over the next few days? We're looking at a warming trend to start with, and then cold air once again will be moving in. By the end of the week, we'll be right in the freezer once again. But in between, we're going to be above average, and then the temperatures will be settling down to average levels, 29, 30, 31. And along with that is going to come the opportunity of seeing some snow. Southern Michigan, a whole lot more snow than what we will be seeing here. I think if you take a look at the dividing line and run a line, let's say from Harbor Beach all the way down to St. Joe, everything to the south and east of that line, very heavy snows, tough road conditions. I don't know exactly how much snow. I'm seeing everything right now, but the closest I can gauge is you get pretty close to Detroit, you're looking at anywhere from 9 to 12 inches, and then you get down into Indiana and Ohio, where they are really looking at a whole lot of snow. As a matter of fact, 1.5 to 2 feet is in the forecast for Missouri, also sections of Arkansas, western portions of Tennessee, actually following the Ohio River. That's where the heaviest amount of snow is in the forecast, and that is a very heavy, wet snow. For us, the prime concern, in my opinion, is going to be the ice, because tomorrow night and moving into Wednesday morning, we're going to see our temperatures tomorrow, which will be about 42, 43 degrees in the afternoon, drop as we go through the night and the early morning hours on Wednesday morning. And that is going to be a wet period. We're going to have some water to start with. So we've got surfaces that are frozen solid. That's going to make an interesting scenario when the rain starts. And then as we go through the nighttime hours and the early morning hours, the temperature is going to drop as we go through the day on Wednesday. So we're going to be looking at rain turning into ice and then snow. How much here in the Great Lakes Bay region? I think it's fairly safe to say a couple of inches. Some of you could pick up maybe 4. But then you get into southern Saginaw County and a lot closer to the 69 corridor, and that's where things really start to add up just a little bit. But again, that dividing line that I mentioned to you, I think is probably going to be the key as far as measurable amount of snow. Everything to the north and west of that line, you're going to see snow, but nothing like what we will be seeing south and east of that line. 31s are projected high for the day, 27 low tonight. Sun will set this evening at 5:46, rise tomorrow morning at 7:52. Cloudy, scattered shower activity real late tomorrow, and it will get windy as well. 43 for a high tomorrow, and that'll be late. 32 will be our low, and that will be the high temperature for the day on Wednesday. Wednesday's high 32, dropping down into the teens by Wednesday night. Rain turning over to ice, to snow, measurable amount of snow. But again, I think the primary concern on Wednesday is going to be the ice. Thursday, we're going to have some snow around. We are going to have on Wednesday a north wind about 10 miles per hour. Then on Thursday, that north wind is going to continue becoming a little bit more east and northeasterly. Snow is in the forecast. It'll be lake effect type snow for us. 18 for a high on Thursday, 7 for a low on Thursday night. Those temperatures are what's going to restrict the amount of snow that we get. But again, let me emphasize on Thursday, we are going to be, or Wednesday, especially during the day. Later, we're going to have a north wind, and on Thursday, a northeast wind. And Thursday is when the heavy snow is going to be in southern Indiana, southern Illinois, Arkansas, and southeastern Missouri. Friday, 16 for a high, 1 below Friday night. Saturday and Sunday, mid-20s, with Sunday right back up right around 30 degrees. Normal high for this time of the year, 29. The normal low is 15. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Gary Kaufman from Star of the West standing by. We'll talk to him in just a moment. But before we do that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Mr. Farmer, are you looking for a change? Not happy with your current crop insurance agent? Well, look for experience. Look to farmers who know what they would want for their farming operation. Silver Leaf Crop Insurance is what you're looking for. Quality service, insurance tailored to your farm by a farmer. Plus, Silver Leaf offers input financing for eligible farmers. That's one less thing you have to worry about this year. Utilize the expertise of Silver Leaf Crop Insurance this season. For more information, just go to silverleafcrop.com. Gary Kaufman, good morning. How are you?
Good morning there, Terry. I'm doing well, thanks.
What are we looking at right now?
Well, we got kind of a mixed market here. We got corn and wheat lower and beans higher, but it's been a pretty volatile overnight morning session ready, Terry. That was the word we used last week, and it's going to continue this week, I'm afraid. So,
boy, we just can't get away from it, can we?
No, we can't. Right now, we got, with a 35-cent range today on wheat, up 12 to down 23. We're down 17 right now on the wheat. That puts cash white at 734, cash red at 699. New crop is down 15 at 762 on the white, 702 on the red. Cash corn with a 20-cent range, up 6 to down 14. We're down 8 at the moment, Terry, at 578 on the cash. And actually, new crop is unchanged at 514. Cash soybeans currently up 17, but we were up at 26 at one time and only up 3 at another time, but up 17 at 14.27 on the cash, and new crop is up 12 at 12.98. So,
wow.
yeah.
Hold on to your hats, because here we go, right?
Yep, and it's all South America weather, Ukraine, Russia, all that's kind of the headline as we move through the week here. That'll be continuing. So,
all right. Gary, thank you very much. Have a good day, okay?
You too. Thanks, Terry.
Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. A little bit more on the markets. What's going on in Chicago? Doug Klein from Oppenheimer has it. Market report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. Hey, if you're looking for a new Ram commercial truck or van, get it from a dealer that's been around since 1852. Where Family and Service sells cars. They are the Great Lakes Bay Area certified ag dealer. That is Schaefer and Beerline. And by Kryzak's House Family Restaurant. They've got the food waiting for you. You can dine in or you can take out, and you can organize your food for an event that's coming up as well. 989-894-5531. Kryzak's House, corner of Cass and Michigan and Bay City's south side. Doug Klein, hold on, huh?
Well, the Fed's Daily was talking this morning, and he's talking 1.25% by the end of the year. So that's 5 interest rate hikes throughout the year. So that's kind of what we were thinking last week. It was a little shocking because we were thinking 4 and 3, but now they're at 5, and that's what Wall Street's comfortable with, apparently. So we'll see how that plays out. But I got a scoop for you. The Ukraine-Russia thing. We're wondering what this is all about. Apparently, the Ukraine is the breadbasket of the old Soviet Union. And so, Russia's probably potentially running out of food or thinking they might. So best thing you can do is steal it from the neighbors. So that's probably what all this rabble-rousing is about.
Either that or steal the neighbors and get the food.
Yeah, just take the whole thing, Jeez. So anyway, so that's probably causing some volatility. But we did see new highs in corn and soybeans today, not in crude oil today. So that's all good, right? And the dollar is down a little bit, about 0.4%. So that's probably helping whatever go up is going up. So anyway, here's your numbers. The March corn, 626.5, down 9.5. December corn is 5.70, up 0.5 penny. March soybeans, 14.85 1/4, up 15 1/4. July soybeans, 14.90 1/4, up 16 3/4. The March wheat is 7.68, down 18 1/4. And then the December wheat is 7.71 1/4, down 15 1/4. Crude oil is 87.16, up 34 cents. Heating oil is 2.70 3/4. That's down 0.4 penny. Gasoline is 2.54. That's up 0.2 penny. And natural gas is 4.75 1/2. That's up 11.5 cents. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you $1.2715 at the border. That's down 46 ticks. The yen is at 115.28, up 4 ticks. The euro is at 112.05. That's up 62 ticks. The dollar is at 96.82, down 45 ticks. Gold's at $17.9530, up $10.40. Silver's at $22.40, up 10 cents. Platinum's at $10.1520, and that's up $8.60.
Have a good day, Doug.
Thanks, you too.
You bet. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Jerry Samolsky joining me this morning from Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. What should we be thinking about right now, Jerry?
Well, Terry, I'm a little concerned. We've been talking about frost crack and some other things, and if we get as warm as we get, it's a sunny day coming up, and then we drop right back down into the cellar again. That's when we might have some tree problems. But we'll wait and see how that happens in the next couple of days and go that way. But if you're concerned and you have a newly planted tree and it's a soft bark, primarily maple and sycamore are really the worst. Make sure that they've got some kind of tree wrap around them or wrap around their trunks that'll help keep them warm. And that's it's also called southwest injury from occurring.
All right. Good tip. Jerry, have a good one. We'll talk to you again.
Yes, sir.
All right. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Planning ahead takes on a whole new subject matter when we talk about taxes. Can you believe that there's going to be some tax law changes coming up? Eric Sawatsky at Yo and Yo Accounting. I knew it was going to happen. I guess we just don't know when the other shoe is going to drop, do we?
That is very true. We just don't ever know exactly what's going to happen with Congress, so they keep us on our toes.
So what should we be aware of right now, Eric?
So currently, I wanted to give a little bit of a planning tip for everyone. We're looking at filing our 2021 taxes, and we know there's some changes coming up, regardless whether the current bills that are out there get passed or not. There was a sunset, actually kind of a phase out of bonus depreciation. So if we're buying a new piece of equipment, currently we're allowed to take 100% bonus depreciation in the year that we purchase that asset. And that can be used to kind of manage our taxable income for the year. What we do know is in 2023, we're going to start seeing a phase out of that depreciation. So if you buy a new piece of equipment each year, we'll be able to take less and less of that. And that being a big piece of our tax planning for a business, for a farm, to be able to manage what that taxable income is. One of my suggestions would be take a close look this year and next year even. If we're managing what that taxable income is, I really think you should look at maxing out those lowest tax brackets. Right now, we're still looking at the lowest tax rates we've seen in a long time, a 10% and a 12% federal tax bracket. Rather than just completely eliminating income, which a lot have a tendency to do, I think this year and next year are really the times to be looking at, can we take a little less depreciation now and just pay at those lowest tax rates right now? Because otherwise we're going to get in a position in a year or two where we're purchasing equipment, we really can't use all that deduction, and we're going to be forced to pay at higher tax rates anyways. And just knowing what we're looking at with some of these proposals, we're going to see some tax rate increases at some point here when they can actually agree and pass something. So that my tip would be to kind of look at this year's tax, max those lowest tax brackets out, the 10 and 12% brackets especially.
Good suggestion. Eric Sawatsky, thank you very much. You have a good day, okay?
You too, Terry.
All right. Eric Sawatsky with Yo and Yo Accounting. We'll be right back. Are you upset with your current planter performance? Are you considering buying a new planter but blown away from sticker shock? With Precision Planting's VSET, V-Drive, and Delta Force, we can retrofit your old planter to outperform any new planter on the market. Then access all your data from planting to harvest easily with Field View. Call PC Ag Solutions today and get your parts ordered, installed, and ready to go for the upcoming growing season. 989-868-4444. PC Ag Solutions.
Ellen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, and Beale City knows a complex world sometimes demands a simple solution. Case in point, Workmaster utility tractors from New Holland. They're tough, practical workhorses that give you unmatched comfort with a low cost of ownership. Models from 55 to 74 horsepower give you expanded visibility with comfortable seating for two. A hitch lift capacity up to 4,000 pounds means you accomplish more with larger implements. Stop by Ellen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, and Beale City today and ask about Workmaster utility tractors.
Along with me, Stephanie Zelenko with AgriLiquid. Stephanie, good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm wonderful. Thank you.
Understand that you had a chance to get a little bit of a tan. You were in Arizona. Of course, if you get a tan sitting in those meetings all day long, boy, that's a credit to you. You learned a whole lot, as I understand it, about improving our yields out there. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, I was out in Arizona last week working with a group of high yield farmers from across the country. And their goal is really trying to get above 300 bushel corn and over 100 bushel soybeans. And a lot of those guys are actually getting near 500 bushel corn. And so it was really interesting looking at all those different components from seed or tillage, crop protection, and then that fertility side of what guys can do to help push and reach for those top yields.
500 bushel to the acre?
Yes, yep. There's some guys that are, those corn grower winners that are reaching or achieving or getting even higher than that 500 bushel. And there's a lot of things that they're doing when it comes to the fertility side. They're taking a very prescriptive spoon feed approach. So they're looking at all of those micronutrients, those secondary nutrients, and then coming through with multiple foliar applications. A lot of them will do wide drop or side dress applications, but they don't focus just on nitrogen. They're going to add sulfur or potassium or boron in. So they're looking at all of those nutrients that we oftentimes forget about, and they're making multiple applications of those to make sure that crop is never short from that fertility standpoint.
So basically what we're looking at, Stephanie, is good luck if you think you're going to get 300 bushel or 350. It is possible, but there's a few little things that we can do to improve our yields, and they are?
Well, soil test, and then prescription apply for that soil test. So many times we over apply just because we think we need more nitrogen or need more potassium, but it's sometimes that zinc or manganese or boron that will give us those extra bushels. And then we can balance that with economics. 500 bushels is cool, or even 300 bushels, but if it's not economic, it's not sustainable across wide acres. So look at that soil test and figure out what you can do to make those little jumps, and in the end, it will be profitable for your operation.
Stephanie, thank you very much for sharing. We really appreciate it. You have a great day, okay?
You too.
All righty. Stephanie Zelenko with AgroLiquid.
Thumb Bank and Trust offers community farmers the welcome opportunity of working with people who understand the unique needs and challenges of farming. I'm Jared Fisher, Ag Specialist for Thumb Bank and Trust, and I'm also a proud farmer. All of our agricultural loan experts are working farmers, and that's just part of why Thumb Bank and Trust has been recognized as one of Michigan's premier agricultural lenders. It takes a farmer to understand the unique needs and challenges of another farmer, and it takes the lending capital available at Thumb Bank and Trust to grow a farm. Call us today or visit us at thumb.bank. We will meet you at one of our offices, in the field, or at the farm. At Thumb Bank and Trust, our relationships are built on trust. We're an old friend you can rely on. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. An equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
Farmers, you can farm with confidence this year, knowing that Wiki Crop Insurance is available when you need them. Are you a recipient of the FSA WIP Plus program? Well, remember, as a condition of payment eligibility, you need to obtain crop insurance on your crop paid under WIP Plus. So now's the time to get a hold of Kyle and get all the details. 989-284-9975 or visit wikicrop.com. The deadline for crop insurance is going to come a whole lot quicker than you think, so contact Kyle today. Just as a reminder, Coffee with Corn starts next week, February the 8th. We'll have a lot more on that as we approach the date. We'll be back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom and Design Center Studios.
This is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Steve Kathan. Russia and the U.S. square